Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to learn about how we measure angles. As we have done exercise 6B, today we will do about 6C. So, in this exercise, what we are going to learn, we will be going to learn about to measure angles. Okay. So, suppose what are these now? How to measure angles? So, first of all, I am just giving you some of the examples uh, that how angles are written. Okay, so suppose like we measure angles in degrees. Okay, always suppose like 30 degree, 40 degree, 50 degree. These are some of the examples of it. Okay, we measure angles in always degrees. So now how do we measure this one? This is very important question for us. So always keep in mind that for measuring angles we use an instrument that is known as protractor. Okay, so now what is this protractor? So I'm just introducing an instrument. This one is the protractor. You can see that this one is known as protractor, and it is semicircular in nature because look, this one is the total one. If we can complete this one, this will make a complete circle, isn't it? And since it is a half of a circle, so that's why it is a semicircular in shape. Okay, now you look that the midpoint of its baseline, look this line you can see now, this line that you are watching, this line is known as the baseline of it. What is it? The baseline. And the midpoint of this one, it is known as center point. Again I am saying this line is known as baseline, and this one in the middle of it, this one is known as center point. Okay, now I'm just giving you a brief introduction about this instrument. You can see there are two scales. Okay, first one, the outer scale, you can see that here also it is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. So outer scale you will see, and one scale is from inner scale, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, like this way. Okay, these all are degrees. So what I told, there are two types of scales here, the outer scale and the inner scale. Now what does this outer scale, how we measure about it? This always goes through clockwise. Okay, you see that clock always rotates from like this one, no? 90, 100, 110, 20, like this way. And if we are going to measure anti-clockwise, we have to measure the inner circle. You see 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, this one. Okay, so I hope that I have given you a brief introduction about the protractor. Now just I'm just making one angle. Okay, and after that I will let you know how we measure this one. Suppose I have any angle PQR. Okay, suppose I'm making this one. We don't know what angle this one, but we will measure. Okay, suppose this point is P, this point is Q, and this point is R, and we have to measure this angle. Okay, don't worry, you will just see that it is very easy how we measure this one. You just look it very nicely. First of all, what we will do, as I told you that we will use this protractor to measure this angle. Okay, what we are going to do, place the center point of the protractor on the vertex of Q. You see, this is the vertex. As I said you, that vertex is the point from where the two arms of the two rays just starts. So Q is the vertex of this one, isn't it? So what we will do, we will see the center point. This one is a center point, and this center point will be pointed against Q at the exact position Q. You see what I have pointed, this Q is exactly on this point. We got this? Okay, and after that what we will do, we will also have to measure the baseline, adjust the protractor in such a way that the baseline coincides with the arm QR. You see that this one is a QR, QR is the arm. Okay, you can see this one, this QR is the arm. You can see we have measured this baseline. You see QR is the baseline and Q is the vertex of this one, and as soon as this point exactly coincides, now you see that at which point this rays goes in the inner line. You see this one is what, 40 degree, and in between 40 degree and 50 degree, this one, all the degrees are 1 2 3, because in between 10 to 20 there will be 1 degree small degrees are there. Okay, so you see this one is what, 41, 42, 43, 44 and 45. So this degree will be known as what? 45 degree. Isn't it very easy? Okay. So now students, let's begin with one more angle. Okay. So let's measure what this one says. So I have given this one A, B and this one C. So we have to measure angle ABC. What is this angle? As we have got PQR as 45 degree, so then we are going to write angle PQR is equals to 45 degree. Okay, this is the way to write. Now again ABC, we have to keep in mind some of the instructions that I am saying. We always have to use pencil while making the angles. Never touch the line while writing the alphabets. The alphabet should be little bit away from the line. Okay, never touch. B, C, whatever it is. Now we are going to measure angle ABC. You see, since B is the vertex and BC is another arm and BA is another arm starting from vertex B. So what I told you, we have to use this instrument which name is protractor. We will see this exact central point. Whatever the center is there, this center will be exactly upon B, and the line, the base line should coincide BC. You see, this line coincides with BC and the vertex is exactly at B. Now the next line, that means the arm BA, wherever it touches the inner scale, that will be the angle of ABC. So now just we have to see that wherever it coincides. So I think it coincides at angle 60, isn't it? So that's why this angle will be known as what? 60 degree. So that's why we are going to write what angle this one? ABC is 60 degree. ABC is equals to 60 degree. So students, now we are going to learn about some types of angles. Okay. So you see, there are many angles. As I've said you, angles are always measured in degrees as 30 degree, 40 degree, 50 degree, 90 degree, 360 degree. So there are types in between them. Okay, so let's see that how many types are there. So some of them are here, I have discussed. You just listen to it very nicely. Okay, so let's first of all acute angle. So acute angle is that angle which measures greater than 0 degree. You can see that which measures greater than 0 degree but less than 90 degree. That means if the angle is here, suppose if it is 60 degree angle, then it will be known as acute angle. If it is 40 degree angle, then it will be known as acute angle. That means the angles in between 0 degree and 90 degree will be known as acute angle. Okay, for example, like 75 degree, 60 degree, 30 degree, etc. Okay, about obtuse angle, next one is, you see that angles whose measures are greater than 90 degree but it should be less than 180 degree. Suppose like the angles from here, you can see if any angle is between 90 degree and 180 degree, it will be known as what? An obtuse angle. Okay, again I am saying an angle whose measure is greater than 90 degree, that means it should be greater than 90 degree and it should be less than 180 degree. It will be always known as obtuse angle. Suppose for example like 120 degree, 130 degree, 140 degree, 110 degree, anything, any angle in between 90 degree and 180 degree will be known as what? An obtuse angle. Okay, so now next one is what? A right angle. You see, right angle, you have to keep in mind what was acute angle? It should be less than 90 degree and greater than 0 degree. What was obtuse angle? It should be greater than 90 degree and less than 1 degree, but the angle which is exactly equal to 90 degree, it will be known as what? Right angle. Okay, suppose like right angle is always 90 degree, you can't even say any other angle having another degrees. Okay, so right angle, it is always equals to 90 degree. Okay, so now you see another angle that we are going to talk about, it's straight angle. That means the angle whose measure is 180 degree, it is always known as what? An straight angle. You have to keep in mind. Okay, if the angle having 180 degree, it will be known as straight angle. Next one is what? Reflex angle. So what about reflex angle now? So an angle whose measure is more than 180 degree, that means it should be greater than 180 degree but it should less than 360 degree. It is always known as reflex angle. Suppose like 235 degree, 260 degree, 315 degree, any angle, okay, which is greater than 180 but less than 360, it is known as reflex angle. Another angle is a zero angle. So by name you will be able to understand that an angle measures 0 degree, then it will be known as what? An zero angle. Next one you see about a complete angle. So a complete angle is that angle which measures 360 degree. Okay, so that will be known as the complete angle. Okay. Okay, so students, now we are going to start exercise 6C, where you see question number 1, what it says, measure the angles with protractor. Okay, the question numbers and the diagrams will not be exactly as the book, because I have drawn this by my own. You have to do all the questions by yourself. I am just showing you how to do it. Okay, so now you see that I have drawn 4 of it. You have to do all of them. You see, just as I have shown you earlier, now I'm going to do 4 more questions. You just see it nicely. Okay, how to measure these angles with the help of protractor. What I told you, that the vertex, you can see this B is the vertex and this BC is the baseline. So the same thing that you have to do, the center should be on B, and this line should match the baseline. So you see that what I did, this is the baseline, so I am just exactly doing it, it is matching exactly baseline, and at point B vertex is there. You see at which point it coincides, it is exactly upon 70, so that means it will be known as what? 70 degree. That's it, it is very easy. Again I am showing you, see, you will just point this center point at vertex B. This BC line should coincide with this line, and whatever line it just matches, you see that again I am doing this center point I have matched on B. Now I am going to talk about this one baseline as it matched. Now you see that it is exactly upon 70 degree. Can you see it? This one 70, so that's why it is known as 70 degree angle. So it will be said as what? Angle ABC, or you can say CBA also, it is 70 degree. Okay, now let's do it for this one. So again I'm doing any name you can give, suppose P, Q and R. Now we are going to measure angle PQR. Okay, what was the formula of it or rule of it? The center point should be upon the vertex, so the Q point I have matched it here, you can see it, and the baseline should match the arm QR. You see this should match QR, so it is exactly matching QR here, isn't it? And the upper part, that means the ray QP, where it is coincides, it is exactly upon 90 degree, so that means it will be known as 90 degree, isn't it? That means it is a right angle. Okay, now again I'm doing about this one. You see, suppose angle TRQ, any angle you can say. Okay, suppose TRQ, we have to measure angle TRQ. Again the central point, you see the vertex should be in the middle point, and this baseline should coincide with RQ. So this is the R is the vertex, you can see here. I have matched it here, and now I'm going to match the baseline. So I have matched it here, you see, isn't it okay now? And now you see there, what is the angle you can match it here? It is exactly slightly there. Okay, so I think that it is exactly matching little bit above 120 degree. That means we have to manage it all. You see, it should match exactly at point 120 degree. Okay, if 1 degree less or more, we cannot try to 120 degree. It should exactly meet 120 degree. So I think this TRQ is 120 degree. Okay, so we are going to write this one as 120 degree. So what we are going to write, angle TRQ is 120 degree, isn't it? Now you see, now we are going to talk about any angle, you can say XYZ, suppose XYZ. So now what this angle says, XYZ. So this angle will see, you see that this is the central point Y, and I am going to match the baseline YZ here. So this is, I have matched it. Now you can see it is exactly coinciding at point 90 degree, isn't it? So that means it is exactly also 90 degree. So angle XYZ is also equal to 90 degree. Okay, so I hope you have got this, how to measure the angle. Question number 2 is also same. it is one protector symbol is there, and many angles are there, and you have to measure it and write it by your own. Now we are going to do question number 3. Suppose question number 3 is that type where we have to classify some of the angles, okay, and we have to write about it. So suppose I'm going to write it here. Suppose any angle 30 degree, you just say about it. 30 degrees comes in which types? So 30 degree is less than 90 degree and greater than 0 degree. So it was what? It was acute angle. So we have to write it acute angle. Okay. Next, suppose like 40 degree also. It is also same because it is less than 90 degree but greater than 0 degree. So it will be also known as what? Acute angle. Suppose like I'm going to talk about 180 degree. So as I told you, if an angle measures 180 degree, it will be known as what? Straight angle. So what we are going to write? Straight angle. Okay. Another one, suppose 270 degree, this one. So for 270 degree, you have to keep in mind this thing. Okay. So about 270 degree, what was it? If any angle is greater than 180 degree and less than 360 degree, it will be known as reflex angle. So it is known as what? Reflex angle. You have to keep in mind these names. Okay, very important for your examination purpose. 360 degree. So about 360 degree, you see, if any angle measures 360 degree, it will be known as complete angle. What we are going to write? Complete angle. Okay. Again, suppose like 25 degree, you see. So again 25 degree is what? It is greater than 0 degree but less than 90 degree. So it is also known as acute angle. So as I have given you all the definition, you have to learn it and you have to keep in mind these names. Okay, what are acute angles, what are obtuse angles, what are straight angles, complete angles, and all. Okay.